Fanboy Modeling School.
Let's actually talk about Godzilla versus Kong. Let's jump into that. You know, because
let's talk about Godzilla versus Kong. Okay, we're in it. We're out of our nostalgic thing. Although I'm gonna be watching and listening to Smashing Pumpkins and Pixies after this podcast. I'm gonna stay up. I'm gonna wait for WandaVision, listening to it.
Listen, I'm gonna make Roy edit 2 cuts this week. One for the pop culture stuff and one for nostalgia. And we're going to see what gets the most views. So let's talk about Kong versus Godzilla. You know, in our groundhog approach to this podcast, where we've been doing the same video over and over for 3 days now. Here's the thing.
We got to knock on wood. We got to hope it stays, please. Technology work for me, please. Please.
The trailer for Kong versus Godzilla dropped. This is probably the most successful Warner Brothers universe expansion movie that's coming out, because you can't say that the DCEU is. You can't say that anything other. You just can't say this has to be it, right? You know, it has to be the MonsterVerse that's doing the best. So I have some very strong feelings about Kong being the hero of the story. But okay, that's the narrative, right? Same thing with AV, Predators versus Alien. You know, why is the Predator the hero of that story? I don't know. He's the one that skins people, but he's also not.
I know the answer for you, though.
Yeah, of course you do. He's also not the one that explodes out of your chest, right?
No, it's because they choose the one that's more human-like. So Kong, we're supposed to believe like we're like Kong because he's more human-like, and like we're supposed to believe the Predator is like us because we're more human. The alien is an animal.
No, I believe the humans are more like the Predators for sure. I agree with that.
We are, but people don't want to admit that. They want to see a hero. You know what I'm saying?
So you know, the first time we tried to shoot this portion of the show, when we tried to shoot this last night, I was really upset at the notion of Kong beating Godzilla for all the nerd reasons. Here's why now I'm actually pumped up. This is why I'm actually...
real quick, do you watch Infographic Show on YouTube?
No. And it's
so
not,
they did
it's
they
not
do
the YouTube,
simulated combats. They don't only do it. They do a lot of funny things. And the concept is they make these very simple cartoons about serious subjects, but sometimes they do verses, right? And they did what would happen if Kong fought Godzilla, and they had Godzilla overwhelmingly destroy Kong.
I mean, it makes the most sense. And stuff. So you remember that show used to come on the History Channel where they basically pit historical characters against each other?
Ninja versus Shaolin. You know, whatever. Like, you know, a Spartan versus a knight, medieval knight or something.
Oh, a Spartan versus a samurai. And then I believe one of their last episodes was they started going into the fantasy stuff. So they did the vampires from 30 Days of Night versus zombies. That, of all the things, so the great thing about the show, folks, was they would give you a scientific twinge to it. They're like, we're going to look at all the factors. We're going to break it down. Man, I just realized Deathmatch basically stole this show's entire premise. But they would give you all
I think the show stole Deathmatches.
No, that show existed before Deathmatch. I think. We'll have to look it up. We'll find out.
Yeah, we should just see who it predates it.
But so essentially the last episode was the 30 Days of Night vampires versus zombies, and they broke down the science behind it. And obviously the vampires came out on top with a twist. You know, they're like, after so much exposure, vampires are going to succumb to the zombie chromosome or whatever. This is the problem with Kong versus Godzilla, right? Out of 100 fights, Godzilla, based off of his stature, based off of his structure, based off of the past 2 movies, wins every time. Like, he has defeated way more capable monsters. The moth monsters in the Godzilla in the first Godzilla adaptation, the new movie, are more formidable foes than Kong. Right? Like, these things are way stronger than Kong. But the problem,
I don't know if they're more, but I would say like, the fact that there's more than one of them makes it tough. But
they would kill Kong.
If you've seen King of Monsters,
yeah, go for it. I'm getting.
If you see King of Monsters, Godzilla reps on multiple monsters. He beats Emperor Ghidorah, which is like, you know, a 3-headed friggin' dragon. So I can't imagine him losing to a monkey.
Friggin' Titan. This thing is
Lizard Man. He's a lizard man with nuclear powers, and he's giant.
Dude, I haven't even watched the movie yet. I've seen trailers and snippets of the movie, and I remember seeing it on the big screen. I'm just like, this thing is a force of nature. And then you have Kong with his friggin' bone stick. And what
Bone stick? Yeah, he makes a bone stick. It looks like he makes like a battle axe out of the bones of like fallen Godzillas, like his family or whatever. Like, so here's what I'm saying. Once again, the problem is like it looks like they're probably gonna let Kong win, just because, like I said, he is considered the more human one. I only just saw Kong Skull Island for the first time.
Great movie.
Just the other day. And I saw it and I was like, they really make you care about Kong.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like he's looking into Brie Larson's eyes and he's like, I have a soul. I'm a person. And so that's why they're going to make him win, man. He's basically a white man.
So here's the thing.
He's white man armor, basically.
You remember the Kong movies from the 80s? Do you remember there was a point in the Kong movies where he ate a person in the 80s and then he picked the dude's head out of his tooth? Amazing stuff. I can't remember if it was the 80s or
I don't remember. I don't remember those movies, but
I'll get you the stats. Here's my problem with this movie, but why I'm going to watch it. One, because it's free on HBO Max. Two, I want to actually support HBO Max because I just realized something the other day. If I don't support it, it's going to go away. And if it goes away, then that means that as much as I love the Mouse House winning, that's one more thing that they'll have control over eventually is all of our streaming content. And then it's just like, what do I have to choose between? Mouse House, Netflix. Netflix sucks.
Right. Netflix does suck, man. People don't realize this. We need to talk about this because what it is that they have the most amount of content, but
it sucks.
Their content
dude.
is the stuff I want to see.
No, it's horrible. It's horrible.
And some people are like, look they have a movie every week and they have series coming out. It's not stuff I want to see. And I'm sorry for you Umbrella Academy fans. I'm a big, I'm a comic guy. I'm a bigger fan of the comic, and they deviate so far from the comic that I cannot watch that atrocity.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Absolutely, man. So the last thing I'm going to say about Kong and Godzilla, right? Movie looks, so if I'm just being, I'm going to calm down here. If I'm just being honest, it looks like it's going to be amazing, right? Trailer looks good. It's going to be a great Saturday.
The people are hyped.
Yeah, Saturday afternoon movie. I'm going to watch it. I'm not even going to lie to you. This is a good comeback for WB after the Wonder Woman debacle. A movie I still support, and I still think it's a good movie. I watched it the other night, and I'm like, yeah, this is still good. it's still good. But Kong versus Godzilla is going to be something for the general public. Not to downplay anyone, but I think it's going to do well. The problem is some controversy that comes with it. I'm going to let Mantis explain this to you because I'm a couple of beers in, but also because he's just more articulate when it comes to these things.
Well, thank you. I will say this. Before I get into the controversy, I will say this. I had all the same thoughts you had. I was like, an atomic lizard is going to beat a monkey. Period. There's just no way a monkey could do this. However, in the trailer, they show this scene where Godzilla's struggling to pull himself onto the boat, and he pulls himself onto the boat, and he's about to do a breath, and King Kong, being the MMA fighter that he is, just fucking dumps him right in the mouth. Like, he punches him really hard. It looks like he hits him real hard, and Godzilla falls back into the water, and it was like, I want to see that. I want to see that fight. I want to see that monkey beat on a lizard.
This is how I know there's something else going on. Even that scene you just described, right? There's clearly something wrong with Godzilla, right? There's just like there was clearly something wrong with John Jones when he nearly lost his fight.
That's a great parallel. That is a great parallel. Did you see King of Monsters, by the way?
I'm going to watch it tonight, actually. And while I'm waiting to stay up for a WandaVision, I'm going to put it on. Oh, fuck. I left it in the car again. I got to go outside to get it. Sorry. I'll edit that part out. But yes, I'm going to watch it.
What I'm saying is if you watch it, you will exactly know what is going on with Godzilla because they make it clear in that movie.
What, he's dying? Oh, he's dying!
No, he's not. No, it's not that. there's a device that allows them to communicate with the things, but if you crank up the device, it makes them go nuts and want to kill. Which was the plot line of it. And at the end of the movie, the villains make away with the device. So you know they can make any giant kaiju go nuts now.
Wait, before we jump into anything else, man, shout out to Pacific Rim.
Oh, wow. I was not expecting that. Let me tell you.
The second one sucked.
Yeah, that one was hard to get through.
But the first one was also horrible, but amazing to see.
I at least enjoyed the first one. The first one was good.
Shout out to that movie, man, because how great was it? How ambitious of a movie was that?
No, it's good. I want to give a shout out. And I've been meaning to do this entire podcast, but there hasn't been like a thing. To Klima. Dr. Respect.
Dr. Respect. Shout out.
Yes, because honestly, in our last podcast, I'm sorry I got your nickname wrong, but you are a loyal fan, and you always comment, and you always make yourself known. And then I'm sorry I called you. I had a few drinks, and I called you Dr. Disrespect by accident, and that was wrong of me.
No.
You are one of the diehards of our crew, and thank you for all the love and support. So I've been meaning to say that.
Dr. Disrespect is an actual streamer, right?
No, I do know that, but what it is you said Dr. Respect, and I immediately I'm used to the phrase Dr. Disrespect. So I said Dr. Disrespect, and you said it's Dr. Respect, not that. And I just had messed up.
It's
so
okay.
I realized it was rude to mess it up.
Shout out to Klima. I'm sure he wasn't mad at you. It's funny because here's what I love about Klima. He's one of our contributors over at Talking with a Dad, and he's also a contributor here to this show. He's always shooting out like, hey, did you guys hear this? Did you guys hear that? He's like a man in the know, and he's always on the ground.
He's always supporting my videos. I love it, man. I love it.
Did you like what you heard? Check out the full episode. Just click the link down below. And remember to like, share, and subscribe.